What's up, guys? It's Samantha here, welcoming you back to another 140 by 40. I'm gonna stop right there because maybe you just stumbled across this channel and you're like, what the heck is that? Before we even get into it, you wondering how you got here? You got here because the Lord wanted you here. So go ahead and do the Lord's work. Press that subscribe button, and while you're at it, go ahead and click like because it's free to you but means the world to me. And so now we're gonna jump into it. My weight today, because I'm gonna jump right into it and then we'll kind of circle back to some of the other stuff that happened. My weight as of, not today, but as of Sunday was 277.1 pounds. So I'm down basically 10 pounds from my initial sticker shock of the 288, right? But I have gained weight. So we'll circle back. March 31st, I had gotten down to 275 pounds through just basically maintaining my eating habits. And so I've been kind of meal prepping here and there for lunch at work, and then having a balanced dinner at home, whatever the things are. I haven't really been chronicling that super closely, but we will get into that. Then April 3rd, I was 277 pounds and I was super sad, but this is why I believe it happened. Remember, I told y'all that every time I try to get in shape, every time I start exercising, I hurt myself. Well, honey, listen, my back was broke. I died not last week, but the week before last. So the week of April 3rd, I was dead. And I am coming to you from the sick and shut in section of the church. Okay, so if you got not a bereavement, honey, I'm dead. If you got, get out of here. If you got a prayer list going on in your circle, please put your girl on it. The back is out again. You hear me? And when I say out, I mean someone help me downstairs, upstairs, to the bathroom. I'm going to die. So, look at my nephew. He like, let me try to help you. I'm dead. I don't even know what to do. But I hope that you were not like, what? She done fell off already. I didn't. But I have been first. Look, let me explain what happened first, right? Because that's my life. Just test the trials. The devil don't want me to be great, but I'm out here persevering. So the first thing that happened was I had like an allergy flare up that started Sunday. So I was like bedridden, basically. I'm talking about itching eyes, runny nose, congestion, coughing, sneezing, just everything that the Texas pollen could throw at me, honey. It was throwing it, and I was down for the count. So that was Sunday through like to Wednesday-ish. But also on Wednesday, as I was recovering from my pollinated bedridden state, then my back flared up out of nowhere again. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nowhere. I wasn't doing no heavy lifting. I was just doing my regular walking, and I was, just trying to be great, trying to build consistency and do my thing. Okay, look at this girl. I'm saying girl because I don't know if you're a girl or a guy. Look, but you know what I'm saying? Look at whoever you are. Nose just raw, honey, just raw. Moisturize, put on a mask. It don't matter. That nose say, I'm feeling, honey, you done rubbed me to death. But back to this broke back. So back just broke. And I was like, okay. I need to get out. I got some stuff to do at work. So I'm, medicating all day. And I'm like, surely I'll be good on Thursday. Today is Thursday. I get up at 4 o'clock and try to take me an ibuprofen to, stave off the pain so that when it's time for me to actually get up and get ready for work, I got something in the tank. So I took the medicine, right? I lay down, just lay. Then I get up. Hold on. So then I took the medicine. I get up at around 5:30, and when I tell you, I spilled out of bed and almost died. Death was nigh unto me. I got up out this bed, child, and
it felt like, just forgive all my stuff, because I really have been trying to get some work going on while I've been in this prostrate position. So I get up and I'm like, oh my God, I think I might be dead. Try to go, get yourself together there. So I go to the restroom, try to brush my teeth. Child, spit, couldn't even bend over to spit in the sink, honey, spit all down my shirt. And I'm just like, okay, I'm getting irritated, right? Because I can't do nothing. Then, without being too graphic, going to the restroom is a chore because you have to, sit down. And to wipe, the trauma that my body's experiencing just trying to be clean. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking all over here. Because the thing right here, it's hard, whatever. Just, feel my pain. So, just struggles. So then I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? I need to try to figure out what to do. I cannot drive like this. Should I go to the doctor? I have a doctor's appointment Monday. Should I just wait? And then I'm like, okay, from me trying to go from the restroom back to my room was such excruciating pain. I'm like, okay, I need to go to urgent care. So I call my mom and I'm like, oh my God, I need you. What is that in my hair? Is that the gray hair? Y'all got one gray hair. Anyhow, I'm like, I need you to drive me to urgent care because I can't do it myself. And so she's like, no problem, whatever. So I'm looking on my insurance thing and I'm like, okay, it says that there's one like 2 miles from here. Great, perfect. So we go to the place. Can we say desolation? There were it was like the whole strip had fallen victim to COVID, okay? Because everything looked like it was closed and there was nary a urgent care in sight. So I'm like, okay, next place. So I find the next place. It's still pretty close, so we drive to the next place. They don't open until 9 o'clock. Their hours are 9 to 9. What kind of urgent care is that? That's 5 heartbeats of red say my office hours are 9 to 5. That's what they said. So basically, if you get sick at dinner, you can go to them. Or on your way to work, you can go to them. That's not urgent care. 9 to 9, that's dumb. So then I find this other place. We go there, and it was AFC Urgent Care in Richmond, Texas. First of all, the staff there lit. The receptionist, super sweet, super nice. We I'm not even really big into zodiacs, but we bonded over both being Capricorns, and I was like, oh, she's so cute. Then I don't know what that, I guess she was a nurse assistant, I don't know. Sorry, I don't want to be misquoting what your job is, but the person who, takes you back to the room, super sweet. Blood pressure was great. I was so proud of myself because I have really, really been working hard on this weight loss, y'all. And so, whatever. They were great. Then the doctor, super cute, super sweet. Everybody was great. So, long story long, right? Because all my stories is long. Even though I be trying to be brief with you. I don't want to be before you long. But just like the past, I be another 47 minutes. So, I go ahead and they do an x-ray. And the x-ray is fine-ish, right? So, in the spine, I guess she explained it like there's tissue and fluid, and it's like about this much space. And so mine is like this much space. So that's kind of, I think, what the issue is. Also, we did a urine sample, because mouth just dry, child, because I've been mouth breathing from all the congestion, and then mouth breathing because I'm like from the pain. But again, I digress because that's why the long story is long, right? I gotta have 17 mini stories in the long story. Please don't judge me for this nice thing with all the scrap on here. But when I'm sick, I can't even be bothered with life. So there's that, right? I need a soda because I can't take pills with water. I gotta have something with flavor. And then I got my water because I'm trying to, live my best life and stay hydrated and blessed. So there's that. And then what is that? Then all the pills, Lord bless the job. My books, kissing my hand, my retainers, my blood pressure cuff, child, just everything is over there. My pens and pencils. I like to write my prayers at night. It's hard for me to quiet my mind enough to pray in my mind or even to pray out loud. That's kind of difficult for me. When I write it, I feel like I be really getting in touch with the Lord. So I have that. And y'all didn't come here for that, but that's what you're getting today. Because here, I need to just name the channel Samantha Ashley and have a whole bunch of sub things, because the fact of the matter is, I am really just, I'm just here trying to be great. And if you want to be great with me, then come with me, child. Learn what I'm learning and do what you do, and we could be great together. Boom. So there's that. Where was I? Okay. So I got the x-ray and I did the urine sample, because she said, a lot of times people will have a bladder infection, and that infection can spread, and that can be the issue. So did that, but my urine sample came back just fine, praise God. So there's no issue there. Then she was like, well, to try to get you some relief today, I'm going to give you a steroid shot and another prescription for muscle relaxers. Now, here's my concern, right, with most medicines. I don't want to be a dope fiend, right? I do not want to have some kind of pain turn into me ending up on the streets, shooting up 5 grams of freaking fentanyl, dying in the street somewhere because I had a back injury, right? So I am very, very, super leery of just taking medicines, right? So we talked about that. She heard my concern. She was like, so I'll give you the naproxen. And I'm like, okay, girl, that's fine. Because I don't want to become dependent on nothing. And I am super obsessed in a weird way of all of these interventions, all them kind of shows like that. I swear, if I ever do drugs, I'm gonna be a junkie, and so I do everything I can to not travel to that side of the life. So there's that. But the steroid shot, she was like, now listen, we talked about child, just smashed all down. This is the real me though, so get to know me, honey, love it. So she was like, look, you take the steroid shots, and I know you're down. You're down. I'm gonna tell you how many pounds I lost. Let me stop right here, pause. So last week I actually gained 2 pounds, and so I was 280.8. I'm gonna insert the scale, here or whatever. And I was like, oh, so sad. So that's not the reason why I didn't actually do the weekly wrap up last Sunday. It's because I was bedridden, sick and shut in, honey, just dead. But I wasn't discouraged. I do want to make that clear. I wasn't discouraged. I was super adamant about still exercising, eating right, all that kind of stuff. So when I weighed myself yesterday and then again today, I was 275, which was my goal for last Sunday. So even though I had a little setback and had gained some weight, I got right back on track, and we're back there. Now, I guarantee you, being a bedridden, prostrate before the Lord has probably helped that cause. So back to the steroid shot. So I get the steroid shot, and she's like, listen, you're probably going to gain some weight. And I'm like, I'm probably going to be pissed at you because I'm working so hard, and I'm not obsessed with the scale, but that was my concern. So I'm prepared to see some weight gain. But I was able to go see the dietitian. So I was really, 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 really excited about that appointment. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm all over the place, but don't worry about that. So I went to the dietitian. It was a great, great meeting. It wasn't that I learned so many things, but just kind of talking to somebody and getting a plan in place was really helpful for me. We talked about not necessarily cutting out any one particular food group, so not doing like a low carb thing, like Atkins, or no super low carb or no carbs like keto, that kind of thing, but really just finding out what my caloric intake should be, and finding out how to properly portion my plates and that kind of thing. And of course we talk about that kind of stuff, but very rarely, I would assume, do people really monitor and pay attention to how they're serving their plates and that kind of thing. How many ounces of protein you should have versus how many ounces or grams or whatever of vegetables, and how much of vegetables, how many different types of vegetables are actually classified as a carb. So like corn would not be a vegetable, even though we think of it that way, because it breaks down like a carb, things like that. So we talked about that, put some plans in place. I had just naturally been intermittent fasting just because I'm not really a big breakfast person.
Even though I like breakfast foods, I don't usually like to get up early and eat right away, like at breakfast time. More of a brunch gal. So we talked about having something earlier in the morning, about not having dessert every day, which is really my thing. I love dessert, y'all. So just putting some systems in place to make sure that the lifestyle is what's being adopted, and not like quick fixes to lose the weight, then yo-yo right back up to where I've lost all the weight and gained it all back, right? So we did that. That's basically the gist of it. When I went back to my doctor, we had been monitoring my blood pressure, which was considerably high when I went in for the first visit back at the beginning of March, but it is so much lower. I thought I had my little blood pressure log over here, but I don't. I'm gonna just go in here and tell y'all real quick what my last blood pressure was. So I was in the like 130s. I was like 130 over 80 this or 90 this, I don't know, whatever. But for the most part, pretty consistently, my blood pressure has been between 117 over 65 and like 124 over 68. So it's really getting down to a manageable range, and I'm really pleased about that, because if I can avoid being on medication for diabetes or high blood pressure and things like that, then I really want to do that. So I'm super committed to making the necessary changes. Now, having said that, so my doctor, when I went in again, we talked about the back issue, because I had started working out and I had gotten my gym in order in the garage. So I got the bike, I got the elliptical, I got the treadmill, got a little section where I can do yoga and other kind of like floor mat kind of exercises. But my back was so bad, I couldn't exercise. And so I'm like, okay, what can I do? I need to be able to do something. So he did prescribe me something, and I actually had to stop taking the medicine that the urgent care doctor gave so that I could start this other medicine. So the last 2 days basically, I have been like no medicine at all, and like right now my back is killing me. But I have started back walking on the treadmill, nothing too extreme, too excessive, but just to get back in that habit and start getting myself back into the swing of things. Because here's the thing, back pain is something that could be with me forever, right? What we found out is that I have something called tenicular, I think I'm saying that right, bursitis, which is basically like arthritis in my hips. So even though the pain that I'm feeling is like in the back area, it's being triggered because of the hips. So I could potentially be dealing with this for the rest of my life. So I'm not going to hinder or pause any longer my exercising. I'm just gonna get in there and do the best that I can. And honestly, as I continue to do this and I lose the weight, I really know, I believe and I know that it will improve on its own. I might end up seeing a chiropractor, that was kind of mentioned, and maybe physical therapy if it continues to be a problem. But for now, I'm gonna keep walking. What you can look forward to on this channel besides weekly updates, right? I want to go over my my numbers with you guys, all of my little health chart, so you can see what's going on, and like we can track it right between now and 2024, December 30th, 2024. Mark your calendars, because that's when your girl will be weighing in, and she will be 140 pounds. Okay. I feel like that was so rambly and so all over the place, but I wanted to make sure that I did this for myself, one, to hold me accountable, and for you to go down in the comments and hype your girl up. This is really I'm gonna use this as an accountability tool. So if you have any tips about how to exercise and things like that, but lose the weight and not have a lot of sagging skin, put that in the comments for me down below. If you have cool recipes that are delicious, okay, not just healthy but delicious. I don't want to be eating sandpaper, I don't want to be eating textbook notebook paper. I want to eat stuff that is delicious but it's still good for me. So good seasoning, salt free, all of that kind of stuff is fine. but it gotta taste like something, okay? I'm trying to eat to live, but I love to eat. So if it's gonna be in my mouth, it can't be no wasted calories. I got to be able to enjoy what I'm eating. Put all that down in the comments below. If you have not done what the Lord asked you to do when you stop by this page today and subscribed, then go ahead. It's not too late. There's room for you. There's room for you. Go ahead and push that button. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you liking and sharing the video with your friends. And I will catch y'all next time. See ya.